guys, and welcome back to Couch Critics. I'm Lamia.
And I'm Ruby, and today we're reviewing The Devil Wears Prada, the second
Yeah,
movie.
the second movie. It's a classic.
Yeah,
It's been 20 years since the first
20
one
years.
came out.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's big, 20
Mhm.
years. It's huge, the fact that they could gather the cast again
Yeah.
and get it done. And there was a lot of people from the original cast. There was even like secondary characters like Angie's friend who works in an art gallery.
Lady Gaga.
Yeah, Lady Gaga was in
Yeah.
the movie. Yeah.
Also, I find it amazing that they somehow managed to make the old characters look exactly the same way that they looked 20 years ago. I
Yeah.
mean, it's Botox, but it's very
Hollywood.
well done.
Yeah.
Anne Hathaway doesn't look a day older.
Yeah, I was mostly impressed by Emily Blunt. I think she's so gorgeous and she's
Yeah,
aging beautifully. And Meryl Streep, I mean, she's the best in my
she's the
opinion.
best. I have a problem with Emily Blunt. I feel like we see her everywhere, but like I just feel like she doesn't do any movie that sticks in your head. Like she doesn't have any classic. Like when I think of The Devil Wears Prada, I think of Anne Hathaway, of
Yeah.
Meryl Streep. But like when it comes to Emily Blunt, it's always those commercial movies that are like
Yeah, it's true. Now I'm trying to name a
yeah.
few movies that she's been in, and I'm having a hard time. Although she's been in Mary Poppins that I never
She's done
watched.
a lot of movie. We see her a lot, but
Yeah.
it's always like those big budget movie that are kind of like very easily forgettable.
Yeah, she was in Oppenheimer.
Yeah, was she?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but she had a secondary role as well, so
Mm-hmm.
maybe that's why. That's what I like about her. In my mind, she's an A-list celebrity, but she's very comfortable playing secondary characters, and she
Yeah.
does that well. And I don't know, she has some, I can't say modesty because at the end of the day, she is like a Hollywood actress, but she has,
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it. She has a je ne sais quoi, in my opinion, that I
Mm.
really like.
Yeah, I totally see it. I liked her movie with Ryan Gosling where they played the
Yeah, the Fall
double
Guy.
cascadeur.
Yeah, the Fall
Yeah,
Guy.
the Fall Guy. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the name of the
I
movie.
forgot she was in that.
We reviewed it. We reviewed it.
We did.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we watched it together. Remember, you came to
We
the
ran
movie
into each
theater.
other.
Yeah,
Please go check that review out.
it was a funny anecdote.
Yeah. So, were you a fan of The Devil Wears Prada growing up?
Yes, I was a big fan, and it's very funny because I had a job as an administrative agent, something like during my college years, and I had such a hard time at first because it was in a hospital and it was
Yeah.
so
Oh,
busy.
yeah, yeah.
And like my way of dealing with it is pretending I am Andy from The Devil Wears Prada, and I was like, I'm just in the beginning of the movie. I'm having a hard time now, but I'm gonna end up like being the best at this job. I
Yeah.
think I ended up doing pretty well towards the end. There were sad
Delulu.
items. Yeah. So I did, I loved that movie. I embodied it at many aspects of my life.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think it's iconic. The second one, however, maybe less. What about
Mhm.
you? What did you think?
I mean, I feel like I always watch this movie whenever I'm on a plane. It's always there, and so it's obviously a classic, but it did not like mark me the way that I see other people, how it marked other people. Like I see on social media so many people who moved to New York and like dropped everything just so that they could be like Andy and work in fashion. Like I'm thinking of Kate Barlett, for
Yeah.
example. Like she's a TikToker, and yeah, it's definitely a source of inspiration. And it's funny because I was in New York when the second movie came out, and like wherever you looked, you would see a poster of the movie,
Oh
and you
wow.
could feel like that 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 the city was celebrating that movie because this was the city where it was filmed, and I feel like New York is a character in this movie.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I was a little bit let down when I watched the second one. I don't think it reminded me of the Lindsay Lohan movie that we
Freaky
watched,
Friday.
Freaky Friday, and I was as disappointed as I was when I watched Freaky
I
Friday.
agree with it, but I had
Yeah,
zero attachment to Freaky Friday, and I expected it not to
yeah,
be as good. But The Devil Wears Prada with the cast and with the story and the history also behind the
hmm
movie, I expected a bit more. I really had higher hopes for this movie.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
just feel like they had way too many plots
Yeah.
and that they couldn't just focus on one.
Yeah.
And I don't know, there was something also wrong with the acting. I felt like it was overdone. Some of the
Yes.
speeches didn't seem natural. Like I had moments when I was like, I can't imagine people speaking this way in real life.
This is where I loved Emily Blunt and Meryl Streep. Even Meryl Streep's assistant
Yeah,
played her role beautifully. But this is where I have to complain about Anne Hathaway because I was very disappointed to see that she's a 40-year-old journalist by now. She had a very successful career, and yet she has this very caricatural like acting. It's as if she was like portraying herself when she was 20 years old.
yeah,
Like there was no character development on her end whatsoever. She was still this goofy, messy person, but I expected her to be more poised, more like
yeah,
put together, even if she was just like a less a journalist in like a less better place. And like I also didn't understand why she had a trashy apartment in the beginning of the movie. Like
yeah,
I know journalists are not doing as much and she got fired at first and all, but she was a girl with so much potential from the first movie and she's smart and I'm pretty sure in those 20 years she could have gotten it together.
and
Like
she has a nice resume. I mean, she worked
yeah,
for Run. The name of the magazine was
Runway.
Runway,
Yeah.
and so I I don't know. She could have landed a really good job in like
Yeah.
the 20 years that followed in a bigger apartment. And yeah, I do feel like I do totally agree when you say that it was kind of
Caricaturish.
exactly
Yeah.
the acting. And also I had a big problem with her facial expressions because I feel like, yeah, the botox didn't help us imagine her as an older version of
Yeah.
Andy. And yeah, I don't know what's going on with Hollywood right now. I feel like it's okay to put some botox in, but like as an actor you should be able to have like some normal facial expressions.
Yeah, and also like if you want to have Botox, go ahead and do it, but don't try to have an exaggerated face expression
Yeah,
because we're not gonna see it ourselves. Like when she first met Meryl Streep, I thought it was so cringe. Like she was like, "Oh my God," and then Meryl Streep didn't remember her.
yeah.
I'm like, "Why? You're again a 40-year-old character. You should be, and you're in this big company. You should, I don't know, you should have it more together."
Hmm.
I don't know. Also, like, I'm sorry, she was a journalist and she traveled and she probably witnessed, I don't know, wars, so many other things because that was her calling. This is what she wanted to do. And for her to go back to runway and I don't know, it felt like I
It's
don't
out of
see the
character.
transition. Exactly. It's very
Yeah.
out of character.
And also the love interest was so pointless.
Useless.
Yeah. And so yeah, that's what I meant when I said that there were way too many plots and
Yeah.
that it would have been better to just have one plot as we had in the first one
Yeah.
and to just focus on that because that was more uh, comprehensive.
Hmm.
And also I feel like we're adults now and we watched the second one and we still like didn't really get what it was all about. It was so plotless, but when we watched the first one we were so young and still we were able to picture ourselves to imagine ourselves as Andy and to just like dream of a life like her, whereas now everything just felt so messy and
Yeah.
um yeah,
I remember the first time I watched it, like I think it was a bit after 2006, but it was on TV. Like
yeah,
we didn't even mean to watch it. And my parents were also there and they got hooked on the movie as well. So it was like really a movie for everyone. Whereas this one, I feel like they were only targeting their older audience,
mm-hmm.
who even us, like their older audience, we expected more. Like there was, I understand they tried to have parallelism where like we see Andy brushing her teeth the same way she used
Yeah,
to and all of that. Also, there was a scene where they tried to have like a you know the iconic transition scene where like Andy we see her wearing different outfits
mm-hmm.
and we see the transition. It's like a car
Yeah,
passing by and it's so
yeah.
subtle and so beautiful. They tried to recreate that and it wasn't even as good. Like it was, I mean, right now there's so much creativity happening because of social media, because of like people,
I mean, people
filmmakers,
from TikTok do those
and
transitions
they do them
all the
better.
time. Yeah,
They do them way better than a whole production company. Also,
yeah.
something else, there was the guy from The Office, like the son of the owner of Runway.
I don't remember his
That's
name.
yeah, I don't remember
I
his name
don't
either.
watch The Office though.
Yeah, that's like the son, like the future CEO. It's the
Mm.
son from of the guy. He's from The Office, and I felt, I don't know if he had something to do with it, but sometimes like the camera movement was so shaky, like
Yeah.
the zoom ins were weird, and it was shaky. Like when Andy was writing an article, like they zoomed in and they did weird things with the camera, and it felt more like The Office than The Devil Wears Prada, and I did not like that.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, basically a disappointment.
a very big
I
disappointment.
feel like Hollywood by now should stop just ruining what they make and just like let a masterpiece stay a masterpiece instead of like trying
Yeah,
to recreate. This is why I love horror because I feel like there is a lot of creativity going on. Like this month of May is like a month of a lot of horror where a lot of
yeah.
horror movies are coming out and it's so creative and cool and original, whereas I feel like when it comes to rom-com and dramas and like I don't know, like it's always a remake or something that was done 1,000 times and that's actually redone again. And
But you know what? That makes me happy because I'm like, if those big production company, it just comes to prove that no matter how much money you have to make a movie or
yeah,
anything, if you don't have something substantial, if you don't have a story, if you don't have someone with like a meaning behind their movie, it's not gonna succeed. And I think
totally.
it gives a chance for the people who just want to tell the story, not necessarily having a budget, because even though they might, like people, filmmakers are gonna have a small budget, but if they have a story that makes sense, it's still gonna be better than all of those $1 million
Hmm.
movies. So it might give more people a chance as long as they have meaning behind their movies.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think we'll end this on this beautiful note.
Yes.
Please guys go watch it and don't forget to like and comment.
Yeah. And let us know what you guys thought about the movie. And please don't forget to subscribe. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.